regardless whether you're a front-end or a back-end developer, odds are you are manipulating JSON objects quite a lot. And God knows how many hours of work have been saved by some libraries. Hello, Lodash. Who doesn't know Lodash? It's being used in more than 4.5 million of projects, and it collects more than 40,000 stars on GitHub. God only knows how many hours have been saved by this library. But today I'm here to talk to you about 3 libraries that I'm using to manipulate JSON objects that also deserve some of the recognition. I work today in a project that relies heavily on JSON objects for its data. So I needed tools to help me manipulate and access those data. So without further ado, here's number 1, JSON Path. JSON Path is the most popular of the 3. It has like 4,500 stars on GitHub. It's very lightweight. It's a great library to access data in JSON objects. So if your use case is more of getting data more than manipulating the object itself, it's a great place to start. Its API is simple. You're not drowning in many features. You get a small documentation that's comprehensive enough for you to get starting to work very, very quickly. Number 2, it's .object. It's much less popular than the other 2. It's got only 237 stars on GitHub. I know I'm the 237th, but we use it a lot to manipulate the objects. Every time you need to edit your object, .object is probably one of the best libraries available for you to manipulate JSON objects. So if that's your use case, go for it and download it now. Hit star for them on GitHub. They really deserve it. And number 3 is JasonAra. JasonAra is no doubt the most comprehensive of them all. It's great for both accessing and manipulating the object. It has very complete features such as custom functions, sorting, and grouping. It feels as rich as MongoDB query system or maybe any ORM or query language. But more features means heavier dose of documentation. You are probably gonna need half a day, maybe more hours to get used to JasonAra and just to get a feel for what it can do. But no doubt, if you have some complex use case, it's the library to go for. In my team, it happened that we all had different needs at different time, and turned out we are using all 3 of those libraries. Using JasonAra from the get-go would allow you to only use one. Also, one thing that's great with JasonAra is that it has 0 dependencies. Which brings me to my next point. Try to not use libraries when you don't really need them. I had the example last week. I was about to use a library only to realize that only with plain JavaScript and ES6, I was able with almost as many lines of code to reach the same outcome. Keep in mind that the more dependency you add, more libraries you add, you're adding dependency to your project. If something happens within one of its dependencies or a dependency of the dependency itself, it's going to create a vulnerability or a malfunction in your app. For instance, we had a project that was using Winston, and in which Winston was using Lodash, but Lodash had a vulnerability. It wasn't so bad. Lodash is popular enough so that its library has been updated and the vulnerability has been removed. But if you're using some less popular libraries, it might turn out that some of them or its dependencies will get a vulnerability and it will not be updated, you will not be aware about it, and then your app gets a problem. If you don't need a library, even if it's a little bit more work for you, just go without it. That's all for me, guys. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.